welcome back to my channel. Anum here, and I've got my niece Zara with me. Whenever she comes over, we always want to do like really fun videos together. And this time I was like, hey, why don't you pick out all the makeup from a drugstore and I will try it on. And I have like zero excuses. I literally have to try every single piece on, even if it's not my shade, right?
Yeah.
So what are some of the rules, Zara?
Okay, so I have to pick up a full look for you, like a full face look.
Yep.
And you're not allowed to tell me which products to get.
Okay. I can tell you like, hey, don't forget the foundation or concealer.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can give her little hints, but I can't.
And I'm not also allowed to choose brushes and like other things.
Yeah, so I already have a lot of the tools, so it doesn't make sense to buy more tools, but she'll pick out like the basics slash like what it takes to create a makeup look. Foundation, concealer, you know, bronzer, blush, all those good things.
Big eyelashes.
And brows, you guys. You know that's a big deal. I always use the same brow product, so I'm really curious to see what Zara picks out. I have to post the final look on Instagram. And Zara, are you gonna tell me if you love it or hate it?
Yes.
Okay, well, come along with us to Shoppers Drug Mart.
This brand looks like a good brand, but if you would be a true nude. In like one of these colors. Am I the skin tone?
It's similar, actually.
Which one would I think I would be the
Are you having fun? Yeah. You want foundation too? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask my girl to help me find foundation.
Because you don't know how to find color matches?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you help me find a foundation that will match my aunt's skin tone?
Your skin tone? Oh, your mommy's skin tone. Your aunt's skin tone. Okay. What? I know, yeah.
He already doesn't like makeup.
Yeah, there you go.
Does that work? Yeah, that works, I think.
Works?
Yeah. How are you trying to find the concealer? You're trying to match it with the foundation?
Hand. Just gonna try to match it with the color.
Okay. Zach was getting bored in his stroller, so I'm now carrying this baby while we makeup shop.
I'm trying to get her a good blush because I know, because she was telling me blush is her favorite part. So I think I'm going to try to find a good brand, but this is in my options right now. This brand.
Pretty.
Yeah, it looks really pretty. You tell the brow gel, like a brow gel. It's a Quint one.
QUO.
And it's a brown gel.
Cool. You still have bronzer, highlight, and lips.
Bronzer's hard, so let's do highlight.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. And like and subscribe. And today my niece chose all my makeup and I just created a full look.
Zara, what are you doing? I'll be honest, most of these things I have not tried before. And I think she did really well. We'll see when we test the products, but like she picked some awesome brands. So good job, Zara. The first thing we're gonna start with is a primer. I don't have moisturizer on or anything because Zara did pick one. I'm gonna try the QUO Complexion Correcting Primer. For those of you in the States, QUO is probably not available for you, but over here you can find QUO Cosmetics at Shoppers Drug Mart. They actually make incredible products. It smells really good. It's very like...
That's what I got.
It's very hydrating, feels hydrating. It's like the right amount of sticky, hopefully not too sticky. I'm going to try the Smashbox Studio Skin Flawless 24-Hour Concealer. So Zara picked this up as my concealer, but I'm also gonna try and use this as my eyeshadow base, which is normally something that I do. I use my concealer to set my like eyeshadow. Once I have concealer on, I set it with a powder. The powder that Zara picked up is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Normal to Oily Powder in the shade Natural Beige 220. I know Zara had some trouble picking eyeshadow palettes because there's so many that you liked. The one she ended up going with is the NYX Cosmetics Away We Glow. It's a beautiful shimmery and matte eyeshadow palette. It's got really, really nice shades. Now Zara wanted me to have sort of like a natural glowy makeup look, right, for summertime. And so that's kind of like the color she was going for, but I really like this palette so far. I haven't tried it yet, but I like the shades because you can totally do a normal look with some of them, but you can also play around with some of the dark shades. Like this is like a really nice purple. You've got a gray in there. The first thing I'm gonna do is build my crease, and I'm going to use some matte shades. So I'm gonna use this one right here, and I'm gonna mix with these, so these two right here and a little bit of this lighter color, and do my crease. Next up, we are gonna use this sort of shimmery pink shade here, and that's gonna go all over our lid. So I find the powder to be very flaky. It's hard to like set it a little bit. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna try to make my crease a little bit lighter, and we're gonna go for a really like soft look. So the way I'm gonna do that is take this sort of light pink shade and apply that on top of what I did here, and hope that it lightens up. I think I'm gonna do like a pop like I usually do, like a dark color on the bottom. So I'm gonna use this purpley shade here. It looks really, really inviting. Okay, so I'm gonna put the eyeshadow palette away for now. I don't want to overdo it. I still want it to be a nice soft look. We're gonna go ahead and do eyeliner, and for eyeliner I am using the Pixie Beauty Lash Line ink, and I'm pretty sure I've used this before. It has a nice like felt tip. I'm gonna start off with a really subtle line and see if I want to build up. Okay, I don't know if it's like the specific eyeliner that we picked or if it's this the formula in this, but it's already dried up on me. Let's hope that there's product in here. I need to finish my eyeliner obviously, so I'm going to use my own eyeliner, this Pixie Lash Line ink. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's the product itself, like the formula. I think it's the one we picked out is just already dry. I fixed up the liner, and now I'm going to use mascara. This mascara I've never tried before. It's the Pixie Large Lash Mascara. It's like a nice fluffy wand, very volumizing. We are going to move on to foundation. And I am using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. She picked out the normal to oily one, and the shade 222, which is True Beige. This foundation doesn't have a pump applicator, which I'm not used to anymore. I feel like all my foundations now have a pump, so it's a little bit annoying. I'm just gonna put some on my hand, I think. And then first I'm gonna apply with a brush, and then I'm gonna buff it out with a sponge. And that's normally how I like to try a new foundation. The color seems like it's more or less my color, which is good. Now I'm just using a damp sponge. I'm hoping it sets a little bit so it doesn't look so cakey, right? Do I look cakey right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're gonna move on to concealer. I'm gonna use the Smashbox Studio Skin Flawless 24-Hour Concealer. And I'm gonna do what I normally do, which is obviously under the eye. And I like to do kind of like around the nose area. I'll pop up here for some brightness. Pop here. And just here. Being careful about the under eye because I already have some eyeshadow there. I think the foundation and concealer combo is working, which is awesome. It's like a drugstore and a high-end brand together. And now I'm gonna work to set the face. I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Normal to Oily powder, and this shade is Natural Beige. Okay guys, I'm in love with this powder. I'm using it like under my eye, and it's already like working to set so nicely. It might be a little bit light for me, especially with the summertime, but it's working. Yeah, I really, really like this powder. I like the texture. It's very smooth. I like how it's blending into the foundation. Now that my face has foundation, concealer, and a little bit of powder, I am going to do my eyebrows just so I can start framing my face. And the product I'm trying today is the Nude by Nature Defining Brow Pencil. So you have the shade on one side and a spoolie on the other. I have a confession. I have not used a brow pencil in a very, very long time. I'm actually kind of scared. I'm scared, Zara. Oh. So this brow shade, I feel like is a bit dark for me. So what I'm doing now is I'm still using the Nude by Nature brow product, and I'm just using my regular brow brush that I use and using that to kind of draw my lines. I realized I'm way too dependent on my little brow brush and I can't do my brows otherwise. Overall, the brow pencil is not bad, especially if you're used to using a brow pencil. I'm not, unfortunately, so I had to resort to using the product in the brow pencil with my brow brush, but that's okay. We made it work, and now I'm doing something really crazy and trying a new clear brow gel. I'm using the QUO brow gel, and I just like to apply it everywhere that I've applied the product, as well as my hairs, and just stroke it in. It looks good. I really like the fluffy brush of this. While the brows set in place, we are gonna move on to bronzer. Zara picked out the Annabelle Perfect Bronze, and it was like a 2-in-1 package. So you basically got the bronzer and you also got a perfect glow thing, but she didn't want me to use this highlight. She wants another highlight. I like it so far, really like the shade. I would totally use this like every day of my life.
You only are 100?
Even when I'm 100, yeah. We are moving on to blush, and I am using the L'Oreal Paris Paradise Enchanted Scented Blush. Let's smell it. Smells like peach. I have never used this one before. It is the shade 191 Fantastical. Very nice, like orange corally with a hint of pink. Zara wanted me to wear lashes today, and she picked out the QUO full lashes set. Looks like this, very voluminous and long. This one is called Glamour, so it's the Glamour set. I've got my lashes on, just gonna do mascara a couple more times to make sure my lashes and the fake lashes kind of blend well together, as well as the bottom lash. Because the product is so nice and the brush is really fluffy, it works really well with the lash actually. We are gonna highlight, and Zara picked up Pixie Beauty's Glowy Subtle Sunrise Highlight. I'm gonna use this sort of pinky peachy highlight here and see how that works for us. What do we think?
I think it looks nice.
I also like to use the same highlight on my brow bone, so we're gonna do that now. Okay, this is the second most scary item that I was worried about. Obviously the first one being brows, because I'm really picky about my brow products, but I'm also super picky about lips. I am so picky about colors because of my skin tone, but I let Zara pick, and she picked a QUO lipstick, and it's the shade Mamba. Very nude shade right here, and we're just gonna go ahead and apply it. Very creamy. Guys, so the very last thing I forgot to record is I used the Pixie Glow Mist as my setting spray at the very end, and that concludes all of the products that Zara picked out for me. We have Zach here and he was crying, so we picked him up. Okay, so the first thing we tried was the NYX Away We Glow eyeshadow palette. The colors were really nice, really pretty palette. However, I did find the products to be quite fallouty. It was really hard to kind of keep the shadow on my lids. That could be a combination of me using the concealer as a primer instead of like a eyeshadow primer. I think what I would do differently is I would still use the palette, but I'd probably use it with some Fix Plus, like a MAC Fix Plus, so the shimmer really pops through.
I wanted to I didn't want her to wear too much makeup, so I was going for a natural, a little bit glowy, but not such a pop. That's what I was going for.
So you think it worked?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. The Pixie Lash Line ink, this one I didn't like. I'm pretty sure it's just the formula like dried up at some point probably. Feels like it's just maybe a bad one that we picked up. Then we tried the Pixie Large Lash Mascara.
This
not bad.
This one was pretty good. I really liked it.
The QUO Complexion Correcting Primer. It wasn't bad. I think that the stickiness eventually faded and it worked with like my foundation and everything. This is the Nude by Nature brow pencil Zara picked up. Totally nothing to do with the product itself. I'm just not a big brow pencil type of person. I think my mom would probably really like this. The spoolie was great at the end because it worked really well. QUO Clear Brow Gel, love this. I think it worked really well. The Fit Me foundation, I think it set really nicely along with the Fit Me powder. Both of them were a great match. One of my favorite products I'd say is probably the Annabelle Perfect Bronze. This one is so incredible. It's a drugstore bronzer and it reminds me a lot of like the Benefit Hoola bronzer. Then I got the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted Blush. Love this stuff. I will totally use this blush every single day the rest of the summer probably. Zara picked out a Pixie highlighter duo. Love it. I think the highlight worked out really well. It was kind of subtle. What do you think?
I can see it.
Lashes, love them. I've used QUO lashes many times. I've never tried this particular set. It's quite bold, but I like it. I think Zara did a good job choosing it. And a lot of these products, I just want to say, I would probably not have picked them up myself. And so now that I know how they work, like I feel like I would use a lot of them. So Zara did a really good job.
And the last one.
The Pixie Glow Mist. This one is a lot better than I remember it being. I've used the Glow Mist before and I found maybe in the summertime it didn't work as well as winter time, but I used it today and I really liked it. I think the spray is a bit scary, like when you press it, like you just feel like, it's okay baby. You just feel like it might mess up the product, but I think it dried really fast. So the QUO lipstick, as I mentioned, it's very buttery, very creamy, probably very light, yeah. It's great for summertime. However, it's just not my color. I think Zara thought it was gonna be a little bit darker too.
Yeah, because I tried it on my head and you see I'm a little whiter than her, so it looks pretty good on my skin tone.
I have to say it goes with the look. What do you think?
Yeah, it goes pretty good with the look. Okay.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys liked it and I hope you guys like when Zara comes by and we do these silly fun videos together. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Subscribe, like,
hit the notification bell.
Yeah, do all that fun stuff and I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.